Hey guys, here's a quick little video on how to pass contact data from one Infusionsoft account to another Infusionsoft account. Now, I'm going to actually build this all in one account, but just pretend that we've got one of these campaigns in one account and one in a separate account. So we'll just start with this one, and we'll call this send contact data, and I'll just label it application A, right? So we're assuming we're building this campaign in one application called application A. So we're going to put context into a sequence depending on how you get them in there. You know, maybe they purchase a product, maybe you apply a tag, maybe they fill out a web form. You know, any way you get context into the sequence doesn't matter. In this sequence, we're going to send contact to another app. All right. So in here, what we're going to do is build an HTTP post. All right, so we're going to do this, HTTP post, and we don't know the post URL yet, and we actually don't know all the parameters yet either, but we'll start with, the contact ID is actually not important, so we're going to start with inf field first name, and then we're going to merge in the first name here, okay? And we're going to do inf underscore field underscore last name. And case matters, so make sure you get the case right on these things. And inf field underscore email. Do the email, etc. And you'll build that out for every field you need. Now we're going to leave this campaign for now, and we're going to go build the campaign from, or for the receiving app, okay? So we're going to make a new campaign. Again, we're pretending that this campaign exists in another app. So we're going to say receive contact data. This is application B. In application B, we're going to use a web form. And we're going to call this receive contact data. And then we're going to do stuff, whatever you need to do with those contacts. When they arrive in the new app, right? You do your stuff here, tag them, email them, whatever you need to do. We'll mark that ready. And then in here, we're going to build out a web form to receive all of the data coming from the other app, right? I would recommend making most of this stuff not required. So I'm going to do first name, last name, not required. I'm going to do phone, not required. Okay. Email I will make required just because Infusionsoft checks for duplicates on email. And let's say we want, one other field. I don't know. Let's just stick another field in here, job title, for example. Okay, and just do that. Thank you page doesn't matter here. We're going to mark this ready, and we're going to publish it. We need to publish it, or else we're not going to get the correct code. Okay, hit publish, and then now we're going to go edit this and go back into that form. We're going to get the code. We're going to go to the HTML code unstyled, copy that. Let's get that now into another application where we can look at it a little bit better. We'll go into our notes here and we'll paste it in here. Okay, so what we have here is, first off, now we're getting into code a little bit, so apologize for that. Let's make our font a little bit bigger so everyone can see here. All right, so the first thing we need is the HTTP post URL, which comes from the form tag, which is right here, okay? So this action equals all the way to there. That's the URL we want. Okay, so now we're going to copy that. We're going to go back into our other campaign in the other account where we're sending the data. And go in here. And we're going to put that as the post URL, okay? Now, go back here. We need to get each of these as well. We need the name and the value, okay? So, inf form xid, we're going to copy that. We're going to make some fields here, okay? Inf form xid, and we're going to copy the value. Paste it in. Now we're going to make another one and do inf form name. Now, truthfully, I don't think the name and the version are required, but we're going to put them in anyways. Get the value. And we'll get the Infusionsoft version. Value. Okay, now we've already got the first name, last name, email. We're going to get phone. Again, copy the name, int field phone 1. The order of these fields doesn't matter. And then the value is going to come from the merge field, right? So merge, most common, not phone. Here, mobile is what we call it here, phone 1. All right, back over here we had job title. So again, get the name. This works with custom fields and everything. Just make sure they all line up correctly. And then here, merge field. Whoops. It's going to be additional. Job title will be in here somewhere. There it is. And that's all we had. We don't need any of this reCAPTCHA stuff or the JavaScript at the bottom. That's it there. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to publish this just to show you that it actually works. I'm going to go manually find a contact and put them in here. Find myself. There I am. Okay, so I'll just go to the campaigns here, add to sequence, and shoot, I forgot what it's called. I think it's send contact data. Okay, here we go. All right, send contact data from application A. We're going to put them in that guy there, and we'll hit submit or add. And I'm not sure why it's pausing for a sec, but we'll let that guy process for just a moment. There we go. That's done. And what it should happen is that this upcoming campaign item, this HTTP post runs, and it submits to the form, which we'll see in this same app because we built them both in the same app. But we'll see it as a web form submitted. As soon as that runs. Oh, we got an unexpected response code. Now, I'm not sure what response code 308 is. It might be because it's from the same app. I don't know. I don't think so. But maybe I did something wrong. So I'll look into that. But that's the general idea. I'm going to pause the video recording here, go see if I can troubleshoot that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I've got a solution for you. It's been about 10 minutes for me while I figured out that problem, but for you, it was instantaneous. It was like magic. So here's the deal. There's actually two things you need to do. I ended up rebuilding the campaign to send in a different app just to see if that was the problem. That by itself wasn't. So two things need to happen here. Go into your HTTP post, and first change .com to .app. Infusionsoft changed the way these things process, and now when you submit to the URL that it has there, it actually redirects. And when an HTTP post redirects, it usually fails. So change that to .app instead of .com, and that's the only change you need to make there. And then republish the campaign that's sending the data, right? Then go into the campaign that's receiving the data in the other account where you have the web form. And here we need to make another little change as well. In the settings, make sure you check this little box here. Don't use Google reCAPTCHA. That was the main problem. The Google reCAPTCHA is firing and saying, oh, nope, we're not seeing this as a real person, because it's not, of course. And so we need to do that. We need to check that little box. I unchecked this one as well, just in case, because I don't want this thing trying to run any JavaScript or whatever, which it's not going to, because you're not putting all the JavaScript in there. But anyways, just to be safe, I unchecked that and I checked this, and we're good to go. So let's republish both of those. And let's go back into the other app where we're sending data now. And I'm going to change up my contact data. So I'm going to make this Tyler Garns 3. And we'll make, let's go into the contact record. We'll make my job title Best CEO Test. Okay. All right. And then just to show you, I'm now in the other app, BH964. Here's my contact record with that same email address, Tyler@BoxOutMarketing. It did pass already, Tyler Garns 2, remember? That was my last test that I was testing while I was working on this and you guys weren't, and it says CEO test, so that was all passed over. But here's what we're going to do. Come back here into this guy. We'll go back to, no, we didn't want to do that. Tyler app, box out marketing. Find this. Okay, so we're in the other app, IT285. We're going to put me in the campaign. Actually, we don't need to put me in the campaign because I've got the history here. See, the last time I ran it, it failed. Let's hit repost. It should work this time. Bam, it worked because we have .app instead of .com, and we turned off the CAPTCHA. And now if we come back over here and we refresh contact record in this account, we'll see that it should be updated with the information from the other one, Tyler Guns 3. And we go look at the job title, and it will say Best CEO Test. We can also look in the campaign and put this in reporting view and see that, hopefully, sure enough, it will show data here. Let's just hit the refresh button real quick. I think that thing's struggling a little bit. There we go. It did successfully go through twice. That's why you're seeing it twice there. If you click on that, you'll see both submissions. So that's how you do it. Let me know if you have any questions.